All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel with the premiere episode of As the Kiss Turns. That's right, if you've been a fan of As the Journey Turns or As the REO Turns, you got to realize that Kiss provides a lot of great material for yet another soap opera. So, with the soap opera music playing, I will be doing As the Kiss Turns. Brought to you by PJ Rock Super Chats and also Patreon, YouTube memberships, and Buy Me a Coffee, but mostly PJ Rock Super Chats, as he's been single-handedly financing this channel now for at least a few months. So thank you, PJ Rock. Thank you to the patrons who continue to patronize. I really need your help. So if you'd like to sign up, please do so. But let's get to the topic at hand. As breaking news about the band Kiss yet again, as Gene Simmons defends the fact that Kiss is breaking their promise, but he says, no, we're not breaking our promise by doing a concert or several concerts in Vegas, right? So the band recently announced that Simmons and Paul Stanley will be headlining an unmasked Kiss performance. So no makeup. And that's a big deal because these guys look way better with the makeup on. November's Kiss Army Storms Vegas event, which will be their first show since those farewell gigs. How can you even call it a farewell if it's not a farewell? Well, Gene's going to thread that needle for us here. He's going to do his best. He says in an interview, he said, and this was with the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Simmons appears to fire back at critics, noting the Vegas gig won't be the usual Kiss production. All right. So, do you understand this so far? It won't be the usual Kiss production, but it will be Kiss. So, how is this that much different? Because why? Because there's no makeup. He says this, we will not do the makeup. We will hold true to the promise. So if you didn't understand the Madison Square Garden shows, the last ones, the farewell gigs in 2023, what they were trying to say farewell to was just the makeup. All right. You may not have known that at the time because nobody told you that the farewell was just the makeup. So now we understand. You following this so far? I mean, that's why this is a soap opera. That's why this is As the Kiss Turns, right? So, Gene says there's no stage show. So you people looking for a stage show, there won't be one. So this kind of sounds like a ripoff. No makeup and no stage show. You know what? Maybe they're going to recant on this stuff because people will complain. They're like, look, we don't care about the fact that you lied. We want the stage show. We want the makeup. You guys are ugly. Put the makeup on. You'll look so much better. He goes on to say there's no crew. Folks, there's no crew. So this is a huge opportunity for you because there's a good chance that you can be a roadie for $12,453. That's right. And you get the benefit of hanging out with both Paul and Gene. You get to sit kind of close to them when they're not doing anything. Rumor has it you might get to ride in the same limousine. Although because these are stretch limousines, you won't be anywhere near Paul or Gene, but you'll be in the same car. So, heck, for $12,400, you can sort of hang out, and then you get to work your butt off, moving amplifiers, moving guitars around, helping out with the staging. Although he says there's no stage show, he says there's no crew. He says, we won't have 60 people levitating drum sets and all that stuff. You know what? There are going to be a lot of people that read this and go, Well, I wasn't going for the music because we know you guys pipe the music in. So I was going for the stage show, which you say there's not going to be one. I was going to see you guys in makeup because that's the only way I can look directly at the band, and you're not going to be wearing the makeup. I'm really confused. I don't know if I want to go to Vegas. He says, this is a more personal gathering of the tribes. What tribes? I don't understand. There are more than one KISS tribe? He says, where we meet them, we greet them, and maybe we have a Q&A. He doesn't even know. Maybe we have a Q&A. This is not very well organized. You see, I think if Gene announces it, then people will come. That's his theory. Like Paul says, yes, KISS. And people are like, okay, I got to buy tickets. Where can I get these $1,200 tickets? Where can I be a $12,000 roadie? How does this all work? And Gene hasn't even figured that out yet. This is great. This is why this truly is As the KISS Turns. Now, as for what fans should expect, Gene says there might be some KISS tribute bands, almost like a convention. What is this going to be, like a Star Trek convention? This will be like the KISS Trek convention, right? It's the same people that go to both, right? No, actually, the Trekkers or Trekkies or whatever they're called, that to me would be way more interesting. It would be. I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan of the show, and I've never been to one of those things, and I think it would be kind of fun to just to see the people, to do people watching. So maybe KISS isn't even going to perform. He says because there'll be some KISS tribute bands that might sound more like KISS than KISS currently does. He says it's much more personal. Almost like a convention. How is that more personal when you have hundreds of people? How does this get personal? It's not like you're one-on-one with Paul and Gene. Not that most people would want that, especially women these days. I think they're a little grossed out by Gene Simmons after his last appearance on one of those Idol-type shows where he was basically drooling on one of the contestants. Anyway, he goes on to say, we can't get by without playing. Oh, so he can't get by without playing. So we'll get up and do some tunes. What they are and how long? I don't know. So he has no idea. So you're going to pay top dollar to see KISS in Vegas, and they haven't even figured this out yet. What they have figured out is how to kind of wiggle out of their farewell tour promises and say, yep, it's because now we're not wearing makeup. That's how we do this. Before, we were wearing the makeup. Now we're not. And so we're just going to go with that. That's all we've got. So you better, just handle it. You know what I mean? I'm Gene Simmons, and I approve of this message, right? So yes, the music is playing, which means I'm almost done. And people are saying, thank goodness, man. This has been rough. Well, if you're a KISS fan and you're this loyal to Paul and Gene and the entire KISS brand, God bless you. You've got to be a very special person to be that devoted. And you never know what KISS is going to do next, folks. And I'll be here to document it on As the KISS Turns. One more time, brought to you by PJ Rock Super Chats, Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, and YouTube memberships, all of which this channel needs to keep going. So God bless everyone. God bless Paul and Gene. They are true entrepreneurs to the point where you got to just scratch your head and go, I can't believe these guys are doing this again.